You understand that you're upsetting a lot of scientists now. This is their whole life, perhaps. They're dedicating their lives.
God forbid.
NASA.
No. I myself also consider myself to be a scientist, only that every scientist and every science have a limit. There are certain instruments, tools by which they research reality. Scientists in our world, how do they research reality? Through their five senses and instruments that extend the range of these five senses, and through their nature. This nature, it works only through absorptions, the will to receive, and they can't sense more than what they feel. They can't feel that which is above the speed of light. They can't feel that which is above time. They're limited in general by the place where they are. They don't think and they can't discover that this place is not an unlimited one. Meaning, we, in our world, the way we're built, the way we're created, we are limited. We're restricted, and thus we have no choice. As a result, we research through our own qualities, attributes, and the instruments that we build. We research our world, and as a result, we have science. The wisdom of Kabbalah, it says, look, first of all, let's give you new tools. In addition to the tools you were born with.
What new tools?
These tools are not that you absorb all the information inwards and connect them according to your brain and logic through absorption, egoistically, but you come out of yourself and you try to see and feel through external vessels.
Okay.
I understand what you're saying. In our world, there's no such possibility, but we can use the power of nature that exists in nature, which inverts our attitude. And when our paradigm entirely changes into the very opposite, from the introverted to the extroverted perception of reality, suddenly we find out that the same as if you're on a different frequency, you get on a different frequency and you see from a different angle. You suddenly find out that through our world you can see the next reality. You know, it's like in such there are these pictures,
stereograms,
pictures. Yeah,
holographic 3D images.
When you look, and as if there is
looks like a chaotic 2D pattern, and then you focus.
It looks like a flat picture, but behind it you see it's a 3D picture, and there inside you have a perspective. So the same here. Our world seems 3D, but the truth is that from it and on there is a breakthrough into an entirely different dimension, and that's what we have to go into, and we'll see what stands behind it, because that which stands behind it is the system which in the meantime presents us with this picture. Our picture, the one we live in, that's how we know ourselves, the way it is presented to us, and also the environment, everything around us. It's all like a holographic depiction, what I feel now. And I merely have to understand, where does it all come from? Where is the system which presents life to me the way it does in my environment? And then I'll know and see what happens then.
Sounds like a good theme for a Hollywood motion picture.
Sure.
But how real is it? I mean, how can I do it? How can I defocus my current perception and refocus it? How do you do that?
Only on condition that we'll distance ourselves from what we are now and see our situation from the side. Only in that case can we see what's real, what's not, and start researching these two forms, one against the other. In the meantime, while we live in one small state, we don't know anything. Imagine if you ask a kindergarten child or people who live on some deserted island and they know nothing. What is the world? They would have told you only about what they know, and that's it. The same with us. We think that our entire world is what we see, is what we discover. Well, we'll discover a bit more, but just a bit, and that's it.
Okay, I'm open-minded. I trust your words. What do I do? How do I attain that?
No, this is something different. First of all, it's not simply so. There are people in our world who discover that they need to know where life comes from. Where are we from? What are we for? They have to know what's happening to us. Why are we living here? What is the reality that stands behind us? And then those people, they come to the wisdom of Kabbalah because they can't calm themselves down by any other science or any other method. They go to New Age, mysticisms, and science, but nevertheless, they come out dissatisfied. And then, as a result of the dissatisfaction, they come to the wisdom of Kabbalah. And here they start studying, like in any other science, but it is a science that changes the person himself. It gives a person a new perception, a different perception, in addition to the one that we sense through our 5 bodily senses.
Okay, so you recommend anyone who feels that desire to simply start studying and gradually he will feel a change?
I'm sure that he'll come. I'm sure that he'll come sooner or later for sure. He'll come to study with us.